Welcome to Miami. This is a big event city, and folks here are fired up for this one inside Hard Rock Stadium as the Miami Hurricanes try to represent the great tradition of their program. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Gators will kick this deep to get us going. He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down here for this offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's an out route. The catch made. He'll go down right there. Worked his way for a short gain, but not enough for the first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Pass caught. Second down now. The short completion of the tight end. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Well, Cook, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get sideways on you. The teams that play the best in rivalry games are the teams that have the best leaders to keep them focused on the task at hand.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball is just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
And he'll drop back here on third down. Lets it go quickly. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And he goes down after a solid gain. That's enough for a first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Makes a quick catch. They stop him, but it's a first down. The Canes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to chuck it again. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the tackle is made. Not the big play that we're looking for, but a pretty solid game.
Good time here to drop this screen in for the offensive coordinator. And a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
The Hurricanes trying to cash in here in the red zone. Second down, we're going to throw it. Launching one to the end zone. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. You're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They get him down, but the game moves the ball up to the 36.
Boy, nice first down here by this running back, and what he's doing today makes me reflect on some of the great backs that they've had over the years in Gainesville. Emmitt Smith, arguably one of the best backs, if not the best back in the history of the game. Damian Pierce more recently, but even guys like Eric Rhett and Fred Taylor, just really talented running backs with the ability to take it to the house.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback with the shovel pass underneath. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, it's a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for a nice game.
And that's a solid game for the defense able to bring him down. And remember, the last time these teams met, it came right down to the wire.
Well, Chris, there's so many great rivalry games that we all look forward to every single year, but with these two teams, it just always seems to be a tight matchup.
Offense getting set, second down play here. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They give it to the big fullback here. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Down to keep this drive alive. Here's a carry for the fullback. Tackle after a solid gain. It's enough for a first down, and that should wrap up the first quarter of play. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just in 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Here's the second down play. Receiver in motion now. And he's got it again. And we're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive. Running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. He's running out of time here. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
The Gators will bring their punt team onto the field. Finally, the first punt of the game, hoping to pin them back deep. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He stays alive. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Second down and long now from their own 6. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Stopped short the marker after just a short gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Throws it to the right. Can't hold on. A good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Florida offense is back out on the field now. They put together a long drive last time, but stalled and came up empty. Can they reach the end zone this time? He's going to take off here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Now it's second down here. Handoff here from the shotgun. The pickup is 6. Makes it 3rd down and 4.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He missed it. But that miss, no change in the score.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Loss of 1. Second down coming up.
The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Second down play coming up. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He'll hand it off. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. The Canes will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there.
And the Florida offense will take over. First and 10.
The Gators offense retakes the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Important second down play coming up. Defense showing blitz here. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion sets up a second down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. And the Gators looking to use the up-tempo offense here. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a first and 10. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Canes will kick this away to begin the second half. They'll return it from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Florida offense retakes the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. This offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
They'll hand it off. He's stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
The Gators pick up enough yardage for a first down. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They'll run it to the right side. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Keeping it on the ground here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds. They avoid the turnover there.
3rd down play and a fumble. The ball goes out of bounds. The offense catches a break because at least now they've got a chance to punt this ball away.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They're finally looking to click. This has been a struggle for both offenses so far. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. He'll take a deep shot here. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Will take the lead in the second half. Extra point try coming now. PAT makes the score 7-3. kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner will be brought down. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20 to 21.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Bringing pressure. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Snags a quick throw. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Important 3rd down play coming up after that completion. Can he get there on the ground? And this offense picks up the 1st down. They tackle him at the 44.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Miami 7, Florida 3.
The Hurricanes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Canes pick up enough yardage to get a 1st down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Receiver makes the catch.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
The offense has done well to chew some clock here. Now they'll come up on 2nd down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Tackled, but 1st down.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these
guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you'd want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible. That's a great way to get this drive started.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Not much on that play, brought down short. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown for the U. And now they'll set up for the point after. Extra point is up and good. So the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. Returner looking to make a play here. Returner steps out of bounds at the 17. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out, and they put something together in this drive. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. The pass is intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Finds an open target on the left side. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Looking to scramble. He throws it away. A smart choice that time. But it will bring up third down.
I mean, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. Big throw by the quarterback off the RPO. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
I love the aggressive approach here throwing the football, but they're going in the wrong direction. Losing yards when you're this close to the goal line, and that's not ideal.
And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And the kickoff will be returned. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Gators offense retakes the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. He hands it off from the gun. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's quite a first down. Looks like it'll raise second inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down, trying to extend the play. He's going to take off. He'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the 1st down.
Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
He'll throw it now. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Tackle made after the completion.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a 1st down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
Offense moving closer to the line again after that catch. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Running back has it on a screen now. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a 1st down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The Gators will have 1st and 10 here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down, but time is running out. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver makes the grab. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a 1st down.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Goes to the sideline, steps out after a short gain.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Crowd trying to help out here on 4th down. Now moves the football inside the 40, and it's another 1st down. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Offense getting set for what could be their final drive, down late in the final quarter. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-holed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
2nd down after the incompletion. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. First and goal, handoff. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators.
Chris, they did what they had to do with this touchdown here. Now with under a minute to go, you got to get that onside kick to give yourself a real shot.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though.
That makes the score Miami 17, Florida.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick.
Set to advance on the football.
And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. Let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival and get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you anticipate, you look forward to the entire offseason. You're thinking about it. Now you get a big win against your rival. You're riding that high much longer than your standard win.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.